At a huge youth badminton tournament over in Chengdu, something of a quiet revolution is happening. And no, it's not just about the incredible young talent on the courts. It's about a tiny piece of equipment that could literally change the entire sport as we know it. Think about it for a second. What's the one piece of gear in badminton that's absolutely essential, but is actually meant to fall apart? It sounds crazy, right? But for more than 100 years, that's been the reality of the feather shuttlecock. It's the soul of the game, but its biggest flaw is that it's just so fragile. And that's been a problem waiting for a solution for a very, very long time. So to really get why this new shuttle is such a massive deal, we first need to dive into the headaches and challenges that come with the good old traditional feather birdie. Look, feathers are the gold standard for pros, no doubt about it, but the trade-offs are pretty steep. They have basically zero durability, which means the costs just pile up for clubs and tournaments. On top of the price tag, you've got supply shortages popping up and some real questions about where these feathers even come from. And for the game itself, all this means constant stops, starts, and interruptions that can just kill the momentum of a match. But what if you could get that perfect feather performance without all the baggage? Well, this is where the hero of our story comes in. A whole new generation of hybrid shuttle technology. So what is this thing exactly? The Victor Carbon Sonic is a hybrid shuttle. It's built with a super strong but lightweight carbon fiber frame, and then it's got these specially designed synthetic feathers. The whole point, the entire goal, is to copy the flight, the sound, and the feel of a real feather shuttle just without any of the fragility. And its best features are crystal clear. You get that stable flight and that realistic feel that pro players absolutely need. It even makes that awesome crisp pop sound when you hit it just right. But its real superpowers? Unbelievable durability and just how practical it is, which makes it a way more sustainable choice for big events. Over 100. That's how many rallies a single Carbon Sonic shuttle can supposedly handle. Just let that sink in for a moment. In a high-level pro match, a traditional feather birdie might not even last one super intense rally. A jump in durability like this isn't just an improvement, it's a total game changer. And you know, this isn't just some theory in a lab somewhere. This tech is being put through the ringer. The folks running the U15 and U17 national championships in Chengdu made a really bold call to use the Carbon Sonic. So, you have to ask, why would they trust this brand new tech for such a major tournament? Well, it really boiled down to 4 main reasons. It was a choice based on saving money, keeping the player experience top-notch, thinking about sustainability, and honestly, just making the whole tournament run a lot smoother. Let's break each one down. First up, the money. I mean, for a massive event with hundreds and hundreds of matches, the math is pretty simple. A shuttle that lasts 10, 20, maybe even 50 times longer, that means a huge drop in equipment costs, plus fewer delays in what's already a jam-packed schedule. Second, and this one is so important for developing players, is the feel of the game. You absolutely want young athletes to be competing with gear that gets them ready for the pro leagues. The Carbon Sonic gives them that real, feather-like experience, so all their hard work and training actually pays off in a real competition. The third reason kind of zooms out to the bigger picture. The entire badminton world is struggling with the feather supply chain. A high-performance synthetic option like the Carbon Sonic offers a stable, reliable, and, a more ethical way forward for the whole sport. And finally, it's just about pure and simple logistics. When you're changing the shuttle less often, you get to play more badminton. The flow of the game stays consistent, players can stay in the zone, and the organizers can probably breathe a whole lot easier without all those constant little interruptions. So, when you put all of these pieces together, the cost, the performance, the sustainability, it makes you ask a much, much bigger question about where the entire sport is going. What we're seeing here is the start of a truly modern solution. The Carbon Sonic is a shuttle that's tougher, it's greener, and maybe most importantly, it doesn't force a compromise on the quality of the game. This isn't just some new product, it feels like a technology that's already shaping the next generation of badminton. And that leaves us with the one big provocative question. Is this the beginning of the end for the traditional feather shuttlecock? Could we really be looking at a future where hybrid tech becomes the new standard at every single level of the sport? It is a pretty wild future to think about.